All right, YouTube, it's your boy Penny LS1 checking in real quick. I want to give y'all another update, see what your boy got going on. It's a organized chaos over here, but we'll try to run you through some stuff that I'm doing and some of the solutions to the problems that I had with this hood, the hinges, and the Fender Gap situation. So let me turn y'all around here. So this is what I'm talking about as far as the Fender Gap. It's like this on both sides, this side and the other side. So what I discovered is it's the core support bushings. So I do have those on order from Dixie Restoration. So they should be here sometime this week. So that hopefully should take care of that situation. The other thing that I ran into with those aftermarket hinges was not being able to slide the hood forward enough to line up with the edge of the fender right here. When I had them on before, I didn't really realize that it was supposed to come that far out because I didn't pay attention to when I took the old ones off. I didn't take pictures, so I was like, is this gap supposed to be here? That's what I was always wondering, if that gap was supposed to be there. But when I put these factory hinges back on, I realized I was able to slide it forward more than with the aftermarket. So by the way, I went ahead and painted them as well. So as you can see, they're painted black. So I cleaned them up, painted them black, put them back on. I'm just waiting for the bushings to come in for the core support before I put the hood back on. You can actually do it with the hood on, but I gotta take the bumper back off anyway so that I can get in there and change those bushings. So we'll leave the hood off for now. The bumper is just held on by these top bolts right here. So I just take those 4 off, 2 on this side, 2 on that side. Actually, I did put the clips in because I was trying to find all of them. Excuse me. And I got the car, like I said, I keep the car plugged up on the battery tender. This is just a little Stanley that I picked up, I want to say from Walmart a couple years ago. That way, you know, car sits here more than it's not sitting here. So I keep it charged up throughout the week. I'll probably start up here. It's actually early. It's only, it's 10 o'clock. It's not bad, but it's still too early for me. I don't want to start it up right now because it'll be a loud cold start. But I'm getting ready to replace the tie rod end bushing on the driver's side. I've got a torn boot. I have had these for about a couple of months. So I'm just gonna put it in neutral and push the car back enough so I can get the jack under the K member, and that way I can jack it up. Plus I like to have room in front of the car between the car and the my workbench there. So we'll push it back and we'll get that swapped out. But all this other mess y'all see going on, I got all the trim laid out, all the black trim. All this over here hasn't been painted yet. None of that has. This is the only thing that I painted. This is the window trim. These were painted a while ago. But while I was debating on if I was going to respray these or not, because I wasn't too satisfied with the finish. This is a satin finish. It's a single stage satin black. The more I'm looking at it, I think I'm going to stick with it. It's actually pretty durable because I've been moving these things around and I don't see any scratches or dings on them. So I think that's probably going to work out for the best. So what I'm probably going to do, everything that's metal, we'll get the single stage satin, and anything that's plastic, I'll do trim black. For example, because I painted these yesterday, the housing or the trim around the tail light. Let me take this off. And I've used this trim back on the AC box as well. But this looks, look at that. Look how it looks brand new, don't it? I just scuffed it up with a red scuff pad. And I couldn't tell if this plastic was painted or if this was, it looks like it's black, like black plastic, meaning it's dyed. So I did put a adhesion promoter on it just to be safe, because if it was painted, technically you don't have to put an adhesion promoter on it because it's already painted. But I wasn't sure. So I guess I could have did a acetone test, but you see how it came out. It looks brand new, don't it? So these are the housings that go around the taillights. The black trim that goes around the tail light. The other piece of the housing is these right here. So basically this goes in like that. Let me pick it up for y'all. So these go in like that. And it bolts to this there. So that's gonna look real nice. And of course I got new tail lights as well. So all that's coming together pretty nicely. So another thing I was working on, these the outer window felts. the outer window felt. See, this one has the chrome. So this is the incorrect one for the SS. This is the correct one where it's just black with no chrome. So I've already separated these from the actual molding or trim right here. So this will need to get repainted. There were some chips, so I already got it sanded down to metal. So this will be single stage satin black, and then I'll go ahead and rivet these on there. So I got the other one right here. So that'll be taken care of. I'll keep these. These are actually, the felts are actually in good condition. They're not cracked or anything. So obviously they've been replaced because they're not the correct ones. So they're actually pretty decent. And then the trim, like all this black stuff right here that goes inside the window channel or the A-pillar, the roof rail, all that, I'm not going to paint these because you're only going to see like the edge of it, like literally this edge. The only thing I'm probably going to touch up is this little piece right here because you do see that a lot. But, I mean, these I think are anodized or whatever you call it, because when you try to sand it, it's the same thing as when I was sanding the window trim. It was hard to sand. So we're going to leave these alone. These two pieces right here, like I say, they go up over here. They go up right here and right here. We're going to leave those alone. The only thing I'm going to paint on the inside track is these pieces right here. And that's because you see this edge on the outside of the car and you see this part. This is the piece that goes, let me open the door. This piece goes right here. Just like that. So you'll see that part, and then obviously you'll see this edge. So we're gonna paint this with the single stage satin black as well. So those two pieces, and like I say, these other pieces they're interior. So this piece actually goes on first, and then this piece bolts on top of it, something like that, and that's where the weather strip goes. So like I say, you'll see this part with the door closed, and then you'll see that part on the edge as well. So not painting these. So these are the only other pieces, this, and these are the horns. So I'm gonna spray those too. But these are the pieces that go on the back. Let me see. Yeah, these go back here on the bumper. Right there where you see those three little holes, 1, 2, 3, they go like this. Or like this actually. Yeah. So they go like that. So we'll paint those single stage satin black. I thought about refurbishing the impact strips, the one that goes here, and the two pieces that go up top. But I mean, because I can clean them up and paint them with the trim black, and I can put some more. Let me see. I think I still got them over here somewhere. You just clean them up and retape them because they actually they faded, but they're in decent condition as far as the top goes. That's these pieces right here. I don't know where the big one, I know I got it. I saw it somewhere, the long one that goes across the bottom, the back. But yeah, they go like right here. So, like that. So I could repaint them and then just put some new 2A or 3M tape on the back, because that's all it is that 3M tape strip goes here and here, but I have to clean all this off. So they do make reproduction ones. I think they're like 160 for the kit. It's a 4-piece kit, so you get those two pieces, the piece that goes in the middle right here. There's a piece that goes right here in the middle. So that's 1, 2, 3, and then a back piece that goes all the way across. So you can get that from Dixie Restoration as well. So I'm still trying to decide on that. And then as you can see, I got all the interior trim pieces out, all the gray pieces. So I was supposed to have already painted this. If y'all remember when I was doing my Dakota digital, when I replaced the cluster housing, I bought it from the Monte Carlo Whisperer, but he had it in sandal, but I painted it gray. So you see that right there, this piece right here. You see the difference in that? I reached out to a few people, and that's the color that everybody's saying that they were using, which is the SEM color coat, this SEM right here. And it's the medium gray. The cap is darker than what it actually sprays. This was with the vehicle when I bought it, so I'm assuming the guy was doing them all in this graphite. This is actually darker than what the original color is. So I'm kind of torn in between which one of those to use, because I was supposed to have, like I said, I was supposed to have already done this, but after I painted that piece right there, I'm like, nah, I don't know. I don't want it. I don't know if I want it that light. It looks good. I just don't know if I want it that light. So what I've decided to do, Dixie Restoration actually sells the they sell the paint. You can buy it in an aerosol can, just like that SEM that I just showed y'all. But in their footnote, it says that it's not an exact color match. But you can buy it in a pint that you have to spray with your, your spray gun and the compressor. And it's actually a PPG Deltron. It's supposed to be an exact formula mix. The only difference is it's a pint, which is, what's that, 16 ounces? It's $100 per pint. Whereas that can, I think it's 15 ounces. And it's, 15 ounces. Yeah, these are 12 ounces. So these are 12 ounce cans. These were like 24 a piece. And I think the same thing if you get it from Dixie, they're like 25 bucks. But because they're saying it's not an exact match, because the color that they have on there, and I'll put it up on the screen, it's a medium dark gray, and they call it opal. So they're able to mix that in PPG Deltron, and then you can just spray it with your spray gun. I'm gonna go that route. I'm trying to decide if 1 pint will be enough. Probably will. It's already mixed, so basically it's already reduced. They say it's ready to spray. I may go ahead and grab 2 pints. You can't buy a quart. I don't know why. So you have to buy 2 separate pints, and they're $99.95 per pint. So 200 bucks just to paint my interior. So everything will get painted except for the dash for now, because I'm not taking the dash out right now, but eventually I will take it out and get it rewrapped. So we'll get that done. So that's where I'm at with the interior pieces, but I'm gonna go ahead and get everything. Well, they were clean, but they've been sitting and getting dusty again. So, and then these pieces right here, these are the metal pieces that go and hold the headliner in. I think this long one is for the rear, I think, and then these 2 short ones is for the front. They go up here to hold the headliner. Oh, and also, yeah, I took the headliner out. Man, I was gonna refurbish it. Man, that sucker was so brittle. It's like that old, it almost looked like foam board, fiber board. I don't know what it was. But when I took it down, I was like, you know what? Yeah, I just tossed it in the trash. So I'm gonna order that from Dixie Restoration as well. I wanna get the plastic one with the gray headliner. So we'll do that, and we'll get the headliner replaced. But right now, what I'm gonna do, like, so I'm finna bag the car up. I'm gonna put all this stuff back inside the back seat of the car, and we'll tackle that once the paint comes in. But I also wanted to point out my center console. I've made some progress on that since the last video. I think I posted a couple of shorts about it. So that's what it's looking like now. So I pretty much got my templates, except for the top piece that's gonna go over the gear shifter. I'm trying to figure out a way that I want to be able to use the original one. Man, hold on, I'm scratching the door. Let me get in here real quick. I'm trying to figure out a way I can get that and still be able to use this. The only thing is I will have to change the angle on this right here, because it's not the same angle. Now, I can't even get it in there. But the angle that the original one was, see how it's almost like not quite a 90, but more of probably a 85. It might be close to a 90, but this is like a 45. So I don't want to change this because I don't want it to be that straight up, but I could probably make this piece out of some wood and just get that same bend curve and go from there. So we'll figure that out. But like I said, I got the templates down, but this is 3/4 inch MDF. I made this out of 1/2 inch because that's all I had left of that 1/2 inch size. So when I make the final piece, this will be 1/2 inch, because you see how close it is to the seat. I can't get the seat belt thing squeezed in between here. So I'll make this a 1/2 inch. That way it'll be smaller. And then I'll just put my decorative piece right here from this part of the seat forward. And you can't see none of this anyway. So that's what we're looking like on that. I know some people have already reached out to me saying they want the templates for it. Let me get it finished first, man. So what I'm probably end up doing, I'm looking into two ways of making this. Like I say, these are just templates. I've got all the measurements, but what I'm looking into is either getting it professionally CNC'd or possibly buying a portable CNC computer controlled. Well, that's what CNC stands for, isn't it? But anyway, so I'm thinking about getting my own little CNC, not a big one, but like a tabletop one that's long enough to cut this longest piece that I need, and that way I can get everything cut perfectly straight, and I'll be able to have all my roundovers and my angles and everything the way I want it. And so that's what I'm looking to doing. So stay tuned for that. But and I just got this piece of cardboard up here for the top. I was testing out the height. So it looks like it's gonna be perfect for how I drive and when I sometimes lean on this. So we just need to put a lid up here. Not really worried about cup holders, so I'm not gonna have any cup holders in there. I'm not worried about that. I'm probably gonna have, if I don't put it up here, I'm gonna put a phone charger, a wireless phone charger, routed out of the wood, so I can just set my phone right there and get my MagSafe wireless charge. So that's where we at on the console. And again, like I say, this right here is going to have a wireless CarPlay monitor flush mounted in there. So we making progress. While I'm sitting here waiting, I'm still trying to decide if I'm going to paint the car now or wait till spring. I think now will be best, only because the weather, like right now, it's a little humid today, but yeah, it's high humidity today, but it's only 78 degrees. Hold on, y'all. But yeah, the other day it was like 85 and it was like 47% humidity when I painted that tail light trim piece using this trim black, this piece right here. And I say that stuff laid down so perfect. Oh yeah, I already backed the car out. I tried to push it, man, but I forgot my driveway is on a slight incline. I don't know, but I couldn't get it. I couldn't push it. So I had to start it up. Like I said, it's not too early. It's almost 11 o'clock. So hopefully neighbors ain't going to complain too much. But so we got it jacked up. Like I said, I'm getting ready to change that boot. I would do both of them, but the other one's fine. I'm just looking for my my grease gun. My grease is right here, but I can't find the grease gun. So let me get that. I'll find the gun, but let me go ahead and get this wheel off. We'll go ahead and pop this tie rod end off and get this situated. But like I was saying, I'm just trying to decide if I'm gonna paint the car now while we got fall weather here in Texas. It's still pretty warm, but we have this is our lowest humidity season, because summertime we well over 90% humidity. So everything y'all seen me paint, I've been painting with high humidity. The temperature is so hot, the paint didn't have a problem drying, and I was using slow reducers and slow activators. So I'll decide here coming up, because I can go ahead and start wet sanding it. Once I get that fender gap where I want it, then I can put the hood back on, get everything tightened down, and then I just go ahead and start blocking. Well, I said wet sand. I'm gonna dry block it first. So 2 steps. This is how I'm gonna do it. You do it however you want. I like dry sanding, blocking with the dry guide coat, so I'm gonna do that first. But of course, then when you wet sand it, you get a much finer scratch anyway. So we're gonna do 320 dry with dry guide coat on the block, and then we're gonna come back with wet sand on the block, 320 same, just to give it a smoother scratch. And of course, since I'm wet sanding, I'm gonna have to use some wet guide coat or spray on guide coat. So once I do that, I'm gonna end up having to mask the car, so I don't risk getting black guide coat in my jams that's already freshly painted. So let me set you on time lapse. Let me go ahead and get this tie rod boot. I'll get you a close up before I start, but I'm gonna show you, because I gotta get this wheel off first, and then I'll show you exactly what it looks like and the reason that I'm replacing it. I'm gonna show you that boot, but I just realized that I have to pull that cotter pin out. So let me grab my cotter pins. And I need my needle nose. Hopefully I can get it out with no problem. And let me actually get a light. Where my light at? So you can see down here. Hopefully this don't mess up the camera. But I'm not sure how this happened. And you can see, look at the brakes and tell I don't drive the car, huh? It's got surface rust. It's sitting in the garage. Let me see. Oh, you can actually see it without the light. Yeah, you can see it. So if you look at this boot right here on the outer tie rod, I don't know how that happened. Look at that. I guess, I mean, I would say dry rot, but shit, it ain't even that old. So so that's what I want to show y'all. So let me get this cotter pin off of here. And something else I wanted to check. I guess I should do it since I'm down here. On these brakes, when I was putting these front brakes on, the clips, the steel clips or aluminum, whatever they are, these little things right here, it's one that goes on top, and I don't know if I got it in there correctly. This one right there. So I think I'm gonna take it off and check it, because like I said, I'm getting down to the nitty gritty now, and it's almost time to start driving it. So I'm gonna go ahead and do my double check on everything that I've touched and did. So make sure everything is torqued to spec, to make sure everything is, you know, you don't want to be driving it. And of course I'm gonna take it, get an alignment, so they're gonna check all that when they do the alignment, but well, they ain't gonna check the brakes. So, but I'm gonna double check. I'm gonna do that now after I do this. Yep, so that came off easy. So let me, yeah, what size is that? What y'all think? That's what's that, 13? 13 mil? Nope, 14. No, it's a 15. It's probably a 15. What size is this? 15. Damn. Was that an 18? I don't remember that one being an 18. I guess it is an 18. Let me see. 17. That's 18. Well, let me get my I'm using 1/2 inch drive. Let me get my 1/2 inch drive ratchet. I don't want to use the impact on that, because that impact there got some juice. So I need to get a toolbox. As you can see, I'm still working out the little bag. That tool set right there, my father-in-law got me that. This one, but that's all hand tools. All my impact stuff is in that bag right there, and this Milwaukee set, that's the only one I got. And then my 1/2 inch stuff. So I'm gonna get a toolbox. I'm trying to decide if I'm gonna get rid of that shelf over there and make that a cabinet, or get rid of it and just put a toolbox, and I can end up sliding the desk or the workbench back over to the left and move the compressor out the way. But I definitely need a toolbox to get all that stuff that's on, all them batteries and stuff right there, chargers, all that stuff needs to be in a drawer out of sight. So anyway, I got sidetracked there. So let me do I need the jack for this? No, I don't. Not for this, not for just the tie rod. Yeah. Let me get my safety glasses though. Hold on, y'all. All right, so I'm just gonna loosen it. I forgot what the, and then I'll leave it on, and I'm gonna use my, I don't use pickle fork. I don't have a pickle fork. You could use a pickle fork to bust it loose. Damn, that boat looks like it's kind of, pickle fork, or you can use a hammer and hit on this piece right here. I don't want to do that because these are nice, expensive, new spindles. So, but I think that's why they got this little flat spot right here. But I'm not going to hammer it. I have a tool that you can use to, it's actually, I think, designed to save the, like if you were going to be reusing the boot. In my case, I'm not, but if you were going to, it's designed to not damage the boot completely. So let me get that set up. We'll leave the boat right here on the edge, and we'll try to pop this out real quick. All right, so let me see if I can get this off with ease. Probably use my impact on this. Make it go fast. So it's just this little tool right here. So it's got that little concave. That's this, go around the boot without damaging it, hopefully. And then you just twist the boat back out so that you can open it up far enough. And then this top piece right here just pushes down on the boat or stud or whatever. So, like I say, we're not really trying to save the boot at this point because it's already damaged, but I just got to get it in there. So I probably can just rip the damn boot off, to be honest with you. Oh, no, I don't want to do that. I don't want to damage the shit. I hope I ain't damaged the actual tie rod. If that's the case, then I'll have to run up to Summit and pick up a new one. But we'll see. Can I use my impact on this upside down? should I have enough room? Because this socket is long. I got deep well 24 mil for that boat. We gonna try it. All right, let's see what we got here, y'all. Wait, there we go. There we go. Pop right on out. Shit, gotta back it off. I tried to do it by hand like a dummy. All right. Yeah, this boot is toast. I don't know how the fuck that happened. So now let me finish taking this off. Should be easy peasy. I've been putting this off for a minute. I should have been did this. But like I said, I know I won't go be driving the car, so I don't know, no hurry, no big deal. I still got to pull out that grease gun though. I think I know where it's at though. It's in one of my little red totes over there, or tubs, whatever you call them. So it should just come right out now. Of course, it ain't gonna come right out, right? There we go. Okay, so let me get this one. Hold on one second. But yeah, for those that don't know, the steering, all my steering linkage is Pro Forged. I bought the Pro Forged kit for the G-Body, but I couldn't find the Pro Forged boots. I think these are, shit, I'm not even sure what these are. But I got them at Summit. No, did I get them at Summit? No, actually I got these at AutoZone, actually. Yeah, I did. But they had to order them. So I probably should have just got them at Summit. Because I went to AutoZone thinking I could just pick them up, because AutoZone right down the street and Summit is on the other side of town. But let's check and see if it fits. Move y'all over here so I can. Like I said, I hope I didn't mess up the tie rod, because I don't want to have to buy another one. But because it looks taller, but it should fit though. Let me just get my legs in here. Let's see. Oh yeah, it'd be all right. Oh no, tie rod's still good. It's still tight. No, I don't know, bro. It's like it's too. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, I guess that'll work. And then I can put grease in it. So, well, let's get this put back on. I think the torque on this is something like, oh hell, don't give me a line. It's not a lot. So let me get it on. I'll pull the torque spec up. Man, I gotta get my torque wrench out. So let's get this done. I'm gonna find my grease gun, then I'll cut y'all back on. All right, so I got the capsule nut on there, torqued, and I put the cotter pin in. So I found my grease gun. This one actually already had a tube of grease in it from when I used it last time. That grease that I showed y'all over there by the workbench is actually the synthetic grease that I used on the polyurethane bushings. These are regular bushings, so just got the regular grease in here. So let me see. I can pump this up. Now I'm not actually sure how I like the way this thing is fitting on there. Man, why that should come out right there? I probably don't got it on seated right. Let me get under there and look. But this boot seems to be a little small around the bottom. But I'm probably gonna end up just buying a new tie rod in if I'm not satisfied with how this thing sits. But let me see if I can get this grease in here though. Oh yeah, it's not on there all the way. Just wasting grease. Hold on, Woody. I want that. Let's try it now. Let's hold it, it's not going in. No, it's going in. Yeah, I see it now. But it's still coming out though. It's not seated fully, but it's definitely going in. I see the boot. I see the boot starting to bulge out. Still wasting grease. But I'm gonna show y'all here in a minute. It's kind of, well, it looks like that on the other side too. So maybe it might be all right. But yeah, I see the boot moving. So, oh yeah, it's pushing. Oh, I did put that red grease in there because it's pushing out red grease. Okay, it's grease. It's full. It started coming out already. But let me show y'all what I'm talking about as far as this boot, the way it fits. So I don't know if y'all can see, but like right here, see how tight that is? But it actually looks like that on the other side too. So we'll see how it looks when I let the car back down. Put the weight on the wheel. But while I'm under here, like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and take this caliper off and double check that little guide pin on the brake pad. Make sure that's on there correctly. Okay, real quick, yeah, I did have this clip in wrong. Let me see if I can take it out. This clip right here, I had it in here like this. Let me see if I can show you. And I was like, this thing ain't standing in place. You see that? Because what this is basically a spring that's going to keep the pads pushed away from the actual caliper. So it goes in like this. And then you put it in like that, and then it should snap in place. Because I was looking at, let me see. Hold on, I think the small end goes in first. There we go. I just had it a few seconds ago before I cut y'all back on. Watching this Jets and Vikings game this morning. They over somewhere over there over the pond. I don't know exactly where. Look, I can't even get it now because y'all watching. But it goes in like that. There you go. And then it snaps in. So now it doesn't move. So now when you close it, it actually puts pressure on the... So my point was it's going to push down on these brake pads to keep them so they don't rub the inside of the caliper. I'm trying to think where I saw that at. I was doing something. I don't know if it was on the rear. It might have been the rear when I was doing the rear. Let me see. There we go. So now, and you can see from the backside, hold on, how it looks. It just looks right now. Whereas before I was always looking at it to see how the clip comes up and it's squeezed in between here. Before it was the other way around. I was like, that don't look right. So, like I said, these are Corvette brakes. The kit I got, you know, most of these brake kits, well, I ain't gonna say most, but some of these retrofit ones, like this one, obviously didn't come with no instructions. They assume that you already know how to do the regular maintenance brake pad replacement. So I'm gonna have to do the other side now since I figured it out. So let me get this buttoned up, and then we'll go from there. All right, so I got the tie rod in, boot on. I went ahead and fixed the clips on the front brakes. I would drive around the block, but as you can see, if you look at that wheel right there, I need an alignment like bad. I tried to eyeball it, but the camber's off and the toe. And see that cable down there on the ground? That's the parking brake cable, man. Let me tell you. So I ordered those parts from Grainger that I was telling you about, the little ball stock. It is a stainless steel piece. This isn't it right here. This was the first one that I did when I did the video. But so Grainger sent me the wrong ones. They sent me one for a 16th inch cable, so it's too small. So I called in and had to do an exchange, and they were supposed to be ready for pickup in like 3 days. It took a week. I actually went up there because I never got a confirmation saying that they were ready for pickup. So I drove all the way up to Grainger to pick it up, and only to find out, oh, they should be here today. So, and they never came that day. They came like 3 days later. I finally got an email saying they were in stock. I mean, that they were available for pickup. I just haven't went up there and picked them up. So whenever I get a chance to go pick that up, I'll see if it's the right size. If not, I found another source to possibly get the correct part. So we still working on the parking brake, but I was gonna say I would drive around the block. So I know many of y'all probably don't know or believe me, the car does run and drive. I've just had it disassembled for prepping for paint. And when I initially started tearing it down was to do the suspension. That was obviously like a year or two ago. But all that's done. Front suspension is completely rebuilt. The steering linkage is completely rebuilt. Everything in the rear is done except for the upper lower trailing arms. Got coilovers in the rear. The brakes have been converted from drum to disc. All I need to do is upper and lower controlling arms, and then if I decide to put a posi unit in there or not. It's already got 373 gears, but I'm probably just gonna put a posi unit, and I may not change the, well, I guess I could change the axle. I don't know if I need to go with a 28 spline axle. I mean, I don't really see the point. I'm only putting down maybe close to 300 horsepower, so nothing major. So bigger axles really ain't gonna do me no justice unless I get a super sticky tire where I get maximum grip. This tire's got plenty grip, but it's not like a drag radio or anything like that. So I might not upgrade the axles at this point, not with this engine. So, but like I said, it does run and drive. I got to get everything buttoned up before I feel safe, because the brakes, I haven't bedded the brakes at all. The front brakes are new, the rear brakes are new pads, new rotors, everything. So when I was bagging it out, you hear the, so the pads and the rotors haven't been bedded in, and they still squeaking and making all that funky noise. So I guess I could drive around the block real quick, but that cable is dragging. I could zip tie that up, but you know what? I'm not gonna do it because I need some gas. That's why I turned the car off. I bagged it out and I could hear the fuel pump sound like it's going crazy, but the gas light is on. So unless I run up to the store in the Malibu and get some gas, I'm not gonna be driving this around the block, because I hate to have to leave it sitting there while I get the gas can. The only gas can I have in here, I do have a 5-gallon over there, but it's got 85 octane in it, I think, for the lawnmower. I mean, I guess in an emergency I would use it, but I'm not gonna purposely take it out. So we got what we intended to get done today was the tie rod in bushing. And then, like I said, I double checked those brake brackets. I got those fastened up correctly. So now I'm just waiting to put the hood back on. So as soon as those bushings come in for the core support, we'll get the hood put back on, get it aligned, and then I'm gonna go ahead and start blocking the car. We'll do the dry block first, like I mentioned, then we'll do the wet block. And then I guess I'll go ahead and shoot it, man. I mean, before we get our cold weather here in Texas, like I said, I'm in Dallas, Fort Worth area. We don't really get super cold winters. If anything, I mean, we do, but it's usually late. Like, our winters are late. It'll probably be, shit, February, maybe January before we get like a below freezing. So we'll figure that out. But that's gonna do it for this video, man. I sure appreciate everybody for your support. If you're not already, go ahead and click that subscribe button. Make sure you hit the notification bell so you'll be notified when I'm dropping new videos. Also check me out on TikTok and Instagram at PennyLS1. Stay tuned for more crazy. Until next time, PennyLS1. Holla at your boy.
Yes.